What is up? I am Crypto Mason, and welcome back to the Crypto Mason YouTube channel. Shout out to the Gold Squad. We look for gold in every single aspect of our lives, and we always find it. Now today, we have a banger of a market update. We're going to discuss this whole rumor slash fact that went around where the World Bank deemed XRP a stablecoin. Okay, we're going to talk about that. I put out a very controversial post on how I think that is actually bearish and not what we want. However, we're going to discuss that. We're also going to discuss the new company that Ripple bought. We're going to discuss a ton more about XRP. We've also got a new governing council for Hbar. We've also got a brand new token launching on Hbar that I think is going to be one of the biggest out there. It's probably going to be the number one. Hbar is also ripping, so we got a lot of stuff to discuss today. Drop a like on the video. If we hit 777 likes, I will do a 100 XRP giveaway. Make sure that, by the way, we don't do the giveaway if the video doesn't hit the like goal by the time my new video comes out. Okay, so you have until my next video. Now, let's talk about what's going on in the market here. 1.98 trillion. If we go and look at my favorite chart in all of crypto right here, the total market cap, which we've done so much analysis on over these past couple years, you can see that we're getting into the danger zone right here, right? This is something we struggled with a lot back in February of last year and March of last year, was this level of 2 trillion trying to hold. Okay, now we're trying to get above it, and this is looking very, very good. One thing I want to remind you of, the Bitcoin halving is in 63 days. Okay, they've got this big countdown here and a nice explainer page, like they explain what the Bitcoin halving does. Very nice, but Bitcoin tends to pump up leading up to the halving and well after the halving. Okay, so keep your eye on Bitcoin. As for me, what I've been doing is the occasional scalp trading on Bitcoin. Right here on my chart, we have our custom patience indicator. You can see these exhaustion lines that have printed have done very, very well, right? See these yellow lines right here also corresponding with the top of our band. When we hit the top of the band, price is going to come back down in 90% of scenarios. So I've been trading. I trade on Fairdesk mainly. I also use Blowfin, CoinW, and Femex. Those are kind of the four exchanges I alternate between. Make sure you use the link in the description to sign up. We've got crazy bonuses, literally up to $100,000 in deposit bonuses. This is my last 6 trades. Last 6 trades, I've got 2 losses and 4 wins. We've got a total of 2.6K US dollars in profit using patience indicators. Okay, so patience.io. Go give it a visit if you want to step up your trading. Now, back to the market talk here, the general macro market talk. We've got the Fear and Greed Index finally in the greed area. Okay, it is finally back in the greed area. We've been hanging out at like 50, 60. Actually, it has been in the greed area lately a little bit. I mean, decent. You can see now it is at a 75. Now, if you simply followed this and based your swing trading off of this, you would probably do very well. And what that means is buy in the low fear zones. So when we hit 20, when we hit 10, and then simply sell and take profit in the greed zones. And historically, this would actually kill it for you. Okay, this is why we should not overcomplicate trading because it is very simple. Right? You buy when others are fearful and you sell when others are greedy. Now, let's keep it moving into some of the coins today. Let's look at the top gainers. Today we have Arweave, which is doing very well, $15, up 61% in 7 days. Holy cow. We've also got WorldCoin. Okay, WorldCoin is created by Sam Altman and the whole WorldCoin team. This is the coin that wants to scan your eyeballs. Okay, they want you to scan your retina, and it is mooning right now. Holy cow, it is mooning. It was dead for a very long time. And I believe this is because Sam Altman and OpenAI have just asked for $5 trillion. Or sorry, it's Sam Altman independently trying to raise $5 trillion for AI chips. Okay. So that's why that's pumping. WorldCoin, in my opinion, is an evil project trying to scan your eyeball. Okay. Next up, our third biggest gainer of the day in the top 100, we have Hbar up 30% in 7 days. And just to show you that not every coin is doing this well, right? Only idiots will ignore the strength that Hbar has. If you sort by the red right now, there are coins that have done horrendously over the last 7 days. And there are other coins that have been printing, okay? That have been printing. Like Hbar has been printing over the last 7 days here. So we are going to start off with some XRP news today, but we will get back to this 10-cent Hbar that we all love so much. First up, this was from a few days ago. Ripple has purchased another company. Okay, they have purchased New York crypto trust company Standard Custody and Trust Co. Okay, so they're out there with their $1 billion liquid cash bank flow, just purchasing new companies. Now, this one is a strategic regulatory purchase. So what they're trying to do here is actually buy companies that already have licenses that they need. Okay, so this one specifically has some interesting licenses in New York that they need for their company. Okay, so Ripple has purchased this. And, you know, this is still awaiting approval from New York Department of Financial Services. But this would let customers maintain custody with Ripple instead of having to go with an outside partner. Now, this is super interesting because we know about PolySign, right? PolySign is one of the custody projects that is building with David Schwartz and Arthur Brito, both designers and founders of the XRP ledger. They created it. And this one, I mean, everyone thinks that this is going to be some crazy thing. I personally do as well, but, you know, it might not be connected to Ripple directly because Ripple has just purchased a custody company. That doesn't mean that PolySign won't do good, but, you know, that's interesting to see. Now, next thing, the XRP automated market maker, which is the passive income opportunities, the yield farming, the staking. I put that in air quotes because it's not really staking. It's more of yield farming and DeFi, providing liquidity and earning a portion of the trading fees. This is delayed. Okay, it was supposed to launch on February 14, but it is freaking delayed, man. They delayed it like 2 weeks or something, or it's at least an extra week or two is what David said. Once Ripple 2.0, 2.1 is released, so it's delayed. That's all I can say. So it is not out. I will have tutorials going out for you guys once the AMM actually comes out, and you'll be able to see how to use the XRP AMM. Now, moving on to this very, very crazy statement from the World Bank. Now, this is old, so don't get me wrong. Don't think that this is coming out right now, but this is old, that the World Bank recognized XRP as a stablecoin. Now, my thoughts on this is the word stablecoin currently refers to something that is pegged to the US dollar or to a fiat currency, okay, that has a value of 1, right? US dollars have a value of 1. Each US dollar is 1, okay? Now, we do not want XRP to be pegged to the US dollar, and anyone who disagrees with that is extremely low IQ. If you disagree with that, you're extremely low IQ. Now, if you make the point that they didn't clarify what it's pegged to, now you're a high IQ, okay? Now you're a high IQ. Now, hypothetically, if one XRP was worth $1 forever, that would mean that there's only $100 billion worth of value that can be transacted or used. So it makes no sense, right? It makes no sense. We do want XRP to get enough volume and strength to become a stable coin, but a stable $5 coin. okay? A stable high value. And there's tons of just arguments and stuff down here in this post. This post went ham. We've got Moon Lambo, showing that they actually did claim this. He's pointing out the real document where they claimed this, which we can just search up stable, or we can search up XRP on here, I believe. And right down here, they say they also mention Stellar in here, which is super interesting. Okay, they also mentioned Stellar. So you can see stable coins for cross-border payments. Stablecoin refers to a class of digital currencies that are relatively stable in terms of their price. Stablecoins offer instantaneous processing. Okay, so this actually does not say that it has to be pegged to the US dollar. That's bullish. Okay, that is bullish, but we don't want it to be one-to-one is what I'm saying. So they say relatively stable in terms of their price. Okay, so we want XRP to be stable, but way higher. We want it stable at $10, right? Kind of like how Bitcoin, right? Like if you look at Bitcoin, the price is more stable. The price really is more stable than other assets. It doesn't fluctuate as much as other assets. Bitcoin could never be used as something like this. XRP was made for this. Now, on the thought, like a lot of people think that XRP is going to be pegged to gold. It's not going to happen. Here's your proof. David Schwartz himself says it's virtually impossible to imagine why anyone would want to peg the price to gold. Also, this would take everybody on Earth agreeing to only buy and sell XRP pegged to gold. Okay, and there's always going to be one idiot who hates on XRP but still is a bag holder who doesn't agree to sell at that price, right? Or some sabotaging thing like that. Now, moving on from XRP, as far as the XRP price, man, nothing special whatsoever. Absolute garbage metrics, right? Like we're up 0.11% in 24 hours. Whereas other things are moving, and 5% in the 7 days. Okay, now let's talk about Hbar. Hbar is absolutely ripping. It's above 10 cents. Only the miserable haters are getting left out, right? If you're a miserable hater of Hbar, you're locking yourself out of opportunities, right? You are in your own way. There's probably a reason you're miserable. It's because you get in your own way on everything you try to do in your life. And right now, you're choosing to hate Hbar instead of recognize the potential that our community has for Hbar and the caliber of stuff being built. We have a whole karate league, the biggest one in the world. We have a whole social media app, Galaxy. We have plenty of other projects. We got full DeFi suites. We have, what else? AAA games being built on Hbar. We have a new council member called Mondelez, who actually makes all of these snacks right here. Ritz, Oreo, mini eggs, Chips Ahoy, dairy milk, all of the demonic snacks that are so toxic for us, but we love, okay? And I call them demonic because we need to have awareness of what we're eating, right? And this stuff is garbage, but life is about balance, okay? You can eat these, if you're aware of what you're doing and you counteract this stuff. Now, they actually joined the governing council. So this is a huge player. Like, I don't think you guys understand how big Mondelez is. Like, you have stuff in your pantry or your cupboards right now that is from Mondelez, like made and owned by Mondelez. They have operations in more than 80 countries, employing 91,000 people, man. 91,000 people. One example is Showcased. So we want them to use the freaking network, right? We want them to put volume, put transactions through the network. That's what we want. Okay, I don't care that they joined as a council member. What are they actually building on Hbar? Right here, they have an example in Mondelez's current work with SKUX, which is a rising fintech and payments platform company. SKUX and Mondelez are expanding a customer service program enhancing consumer offer experiences by adding a near real-time SKUX digital payment option alongside coupons. The next generation use case leveraging Hedera will serve as the first real-world adoption of DLT to track the supply chain of CPG, consumer packaged goods. Crazy. Okay, so they're actually building. And I'm going to be watching this partnership closely because that's a big one. Okay. Now, the next massive thing for Hbar here is Pack is dropping. Okay, so the MetaMask of Hbar, which is Hashpack. Okay, that's the wallet that I use for my Hbar, the hot wallet. And Hashpack, in my opinion, I haven't seen any other Hbar wallets that are better, that are better. Hashpack is the leader. Okay, currently, actually, Hbar did get a MetaMask integration, but I will continue to use Hashpack. I'm not going to ever use MetaMask for my Hbar dealings. I'm always going to use Hashpack because it is the custom built solution. They just announced that they're launching a token. And usually I'd be like hating on this, like, dude, why does this need a token? But I think this is a great idea, and they're already launching early Q2 2024, and I'm extremely bullish. Okay, this is not sponsored, by the way. They're not paying me to talk about them. If you're in Hbar, you know what Hashpack is, and you know why I would be talking about this, because this is going to be extremely dope. They describe it as a utility token that is made for the community to reward our loyal supporters and provide value for both new and existing users of Hashpack. Airdrop? Is this going to be an airdrop? Will this be an airdrop, folks? Who knows? I think it should be, right? If they're rewarding loyal supporters, this has got to be an airdrop, right? And, you know, this is going to be huge. So make sure that you're using Hashpack, right? I'm sure a ton of you have done gazillions of transactions through Hashpack. And if you know how airdrops work, the more you use their product, the more you're going to get in the token when it airdrops. So they just announced the first utility, okay? Now, here's a good thing on the regulation side. We know that the SEC loves to see you have your product live before you launch a token. So a lot of tokens are launching before they actually have a working product, and that is going to make you more of a security because you're promising that a product will come out and you're using the token to allow people to speculate on it. Whereas Hashpack has been active for so long already, they can provide all of the data on their product and how it's been launched, and now they're launching a token. So that's the way to do it. You have to have a product launched before you launch the token. Now, let's get into the first utility, okay? Packback. This is what it's called. I love that name, Packback, which is a loyalty system to reward Hashpack users. With the launch of Pack Token, our in-wallet swap will receive a major update. With every swap, you'll receive Packback as a reward. But that's not all. Packback rewards will be applied to various places in Hashpack, starting with token swaps. Please note that rewards are not retroactive. Any transactions made prior to the launch of Pack Token will not be eligible. Okay? So, this is not the only utility as well. And so all of the transactions you've done and swaps you've done do not count to earn you Pack Token. So are they saying there's no airdrop there? Maybe. I don't know. They should do an airdrop. They'd be stupid not to do an airdrop. Actually, they might be smart because then you won't have all the selling pressure. But I'm bullish on Hashpack and the Pack coin. Now, here's one of the things I wanted to discuss. I have a feeling, and I've had a feeling that the price of Hbar is 100% controlled, right? It is absolutely controlled on where it can go. I'm not going to elaborate further on this because I can't. I have no proof of that. But I think that Hbar is going to rip because they can most likely control the token price, okay? and they who, what do you mean, man? All of this, right? This is based off a feeling that I feel like they can control where it goes. And I feel like they really do care about the token price. And they think that token price going up equals success of Hbar. So that's just one thing I wanted to mention there. One of the other coins I'm watching is XCAD. Okay, let me get a drink here. XCAD has a huge announcement coming out on March 27. Okay, and I made a dedicated video detailing what I think this announcement could be. XCAD has had an amazing month, $1.55. I personally believe, look at that triple top right there. Crazy triple top, trying to break through the 1.6. And I believe this could go, $2, $3, $4 easily. It's been there. It's chilled out there for weeks on end. I think this is going to do very well. But XCAD, major announcement. There's a ton of hype for it. You can see Altcoin Daily, DAOmaker, Cousin Crypto, lots of influencers talking about that, including me. But let's keep it moving here into our sponsored section of today's video. First off, we have Nolus. Okay, Nolus protocol. This is super interesting. You can actually triple your holdings without tripling your risk. Okay, so Nolus is a DeFi related platform, and they've actually created the world's first DeFi lease. Now, to explain what this kind of is, we're going to watch like a 15-second clip, and then we're going to get into the token because the token has been ripping. Here we go.
The DeFi lease provides up to 3 times more digital assets than any other crypto financing solution. Just choose a coin and supercharge it. Nolus DeFi lease has significantly lower liquidation rates compared to the market average, which is the biggest risk when trying to speculate on the gains. And there is more. No early repayment fees, no monthly charges, no penalties, and no extra fees would apply, ever. Once the lease is repaid, the asset is released to you.
So right there, you can see that essentially what you do here is you pick a coin, and then it's going to give you a tripled loan, basically, a lease, they're calling it. So if you pick Polygon, you're going to deposit your Polygon. It's going to be locked. But then they're going to give you triple the amount of that Polygon, and then you can do whatever with that, right? And then once your lease is repaid, by the way, they got no early repayment fees, no monthly charges, no penalties, no extra fees. But once the lease is repaid, your original asset comes out to you. So very interesting. This is on their website here, nolus.io. You guys can go check it out, the cross-chain lease protocol. They're focused on giving you 3 times equity, which is very interesting. Make sure you guys go and check it out. Their token has been ripping as well. It's approaching all-time high here. If we go to the yearly chart, it's actually sitting at close to all-time high now. I'm going to be watching this one. Very cool DeFi project. They're built on Cosmos, so their contract is on Osmosis. They use the Cosmos SDK here, and this is a fresh, awesome project. App chain on Cosmos. It's followed by a lot of people that I respect in the industry, a lot of eyeballs on it, and they're tweeting nice educational stuff every single day regarding their ecosystem. So go check out Nolus. Very, very cool project. If you're into loans and you're sick of over-collateralized loans. Now, moving on, we have WorkX. Okay, WorkX is also one of the altcoins that I'm watching here, one of the small cap altcoins. We've got WorkX at 38%. Here, this could be a good accumulation period as well. Now, what WorkX is the internet of jobs, okay? So they're empowering decentralized AI job matching. So you can come on here and actually find a job. Now, that can happen on workx.io. Work-x.io is more explaining their project, okay, because they do have a crypto token tied to this. But you can come on here and log in. You can find talent, or you can actually be the talent. So right here, you can see this person is a remote office worker, community manager, and moderator. So it's kind of like Indeed, maybe, or one of those job search sites. And they're powering this with their token here. Okay, very, very cool. They actually made $245K in total revenue for the past year. Very, very awesome project here. Go check out WorkX, and they do have their Genesis NFT as well. So pretty expansive ecosystem, also followed by a lot of people I respect based in Switzerland. Very cool. And Web3 needs a Fiverr, right? Web3 needs their version of Fiverr, and WorkX is kind of aiming to be that and utilizing AI as well. Now, final sponsor for today's video is Bovada. This is a crypto casino. Now, despite what you may believe, gambling and online casinos is one of the main use cases for crypto because it's way easier. You can send your crypto in and just get to having some fun with it. Now, big disclaimer, right? Don't gamble all your money away. Only gamble what you can afford to lose. Look at gambling as throwing money in a garbage can and getting some dopamine off of it versus an income producing activity or some kind of thing that's going to make you rich, right? So they've got sports, casino, live dealer, poker, and they even got horses on here. My account is loaded up with $2,300. Now, how the heck did I get up to $2,300 on here? This actually happened on our live stream with Bovada. We went absolutely ham. We also did a giveaway for, I think we gave away $150 or something. So make sure you go follow Gold Squad on Kick. It's kick.com/Gold Squad. We do gambling streams on there. Bovada is one of the main sponsors. So sign up with the link in the description if you want to have some fun on their platform. But that is all we've got. I love every single one of you. Drop a like and comment on the video. Join the Gold Squad Discord. And goodbye.